Hi there, BookTube! Today I'm doing a tag video. I was not tagged, I was just bored because I'm always bored, and so I typed in book tag on the YouTube search bar. This was the one that This was one of the ones that came up, and so I'm gonna do it. Okay, question 1. An overhyped classic that you really didn't like. Okay, so brace yourself. Brace yourself. Are you braced? Are you braced? I hate, with a burning passion, I hate The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And I know. I'm so sorry, okay? I know. I don't know why I hate it so much. I read it, I read it, but no. I mean, the writing is lovely. It's great. Like, well done. And the characters, I just didn't care, guys. I just don't care. And I don't really feel like I want to care. I just don't care. At all. I just don't care. Nick Carraway, I don't care about you guys, okay? I'm sorry. And we're moving on because Great Gatsby gets me hyped up. I'm sorry. Number 2, favourite time period to read about. So this is an odd question for me because I love the medieval period, and so in terms of historical novels, like non-fiction historical novels, I read so much stuff about the medieval period, from the end of the Roman rule in about 400-ish AD to the end of the medieval period, with the beginning of the printing and the Gutenberg Bible and the Tudors and the Reformation in the 16th century. So I like that big period of medieval history, but I do not read fiction stories set in that time because I'm scared that I will read a fiction book and get it confused and think that some things that happen in the fiction book are real, and I will just fail at life and my medieval studies MA, and I will just cry. But in theory, that is the period that I like to read about. Number 3, favourite fairy tale. I'm kind of ashamed to think, because I don't actually think I've read a lot of fairy tales, which I now realise is very bad, but I hadn't really thought about it before. So I'm just going to go on my Disney knowledge and my kind of overall knowledge. And I would say that my favourite is, it's got to be Beauty and the Beast, really. Just so sweet. And I read Beauty by Robin McKinley when I was younger, and I really remember enjoying that retelling. So Beauty and the Beast is a good one. It's a good one. 4. What is the most What is the most embarrassing classic that you haven't read? As an English literature graduate, this is probably, any book that I have not read is probably embarrassing, but I'm gonna go with Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I haven't read that, and I think I probably should. I've read Mansfield Park. That is the only book by Jane Austen I've read, but I haven't read anything else, and I feel bad, and I'm sorry. Okay, 5. Top 5 classics that you want to read soon. I recently bought The East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I really enjoy Of Mice and Men, and this sounds really interesting. A reenactment of Adam and Eve just sounds really up my street. I love biblical stuff in novels. I'm not religious, I just don't know why. It's a bit beefy, it's quite intimidating, but yes, I think I'm really gonna like it. Quite excited. Lord of the Rings, I really want to finish Lord of the Rings. I'm nearly finished Fellowship of the Ring. I'm freaking loving it. So I want to finish it all, and that is a classic. So Lord of the Rings is my second one. I really want to read this autobiography, Goodbye to All That by Robert Graves. I want to try and read more biography because I don't read enough. So this was one of the ones I really want to read, and it is gorgeous. I know this is really plain, but like, Penguin, you kill my bank account, you really do. Come on, Penguin. I also want to read Jane Eyre. This is another Penguin book. Surprise, surprise. I think I got halfway through before and I stopped for some reason. I was really enjoying it, but I think I got sidetracked, so I want to read that again. What else do I want to read? Oh yeah, I want to read Animal Farm, actually. I really, really love George Orwell. I've read 1984 and I've read a few of his essays, but I've never read Animal Farm, so that's definitely on the agenda. This is a bit of an odd one. Beowulf. I have read Beowulf already, but this is Beowulf in the Old English. And I'm teaching myself Old English, and I will no way be able to read this by the end of this year, but I want to be able someday to read this. So yeah, that's a bit of my old one. But yet another Penguin edition, because there's no need to fix something that isn't broken, basically. 6 favourite modern book series based on a classic. Okay, so for this one, it's a bit of an odd one. I'm gonna say Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. I love zombies. Anything zombie related is great for me. And this one's actually kind of loosely, I stress the term loosely, based on Romeo and Juliet, which is a classic, so I'm gonna go for that. There we go. 7, favourite movie version of or series based on a classic. So I don't know if any of you have watched this, but there is a fantastic movie version of The Count of Monte Cristo. It is an epic film, just epic. Like, I can't even express to you how good it is. I just remember my granddad and my nan had a video version of it when I was younger, and I just watched it since then, and I've watched it so many times, and it's such a good adventure that it's just amazing. And to be honest, I haven't read the book, but the movie is so good that I don't feel like I need to read the book, so I'm not going to read the book unless I feel like I want to read the beast that is The Count of Monte Cristo. I don't even know how big it is. It's like probably about 800 pages to 1,000 at least. By Alexander Dumas. So yes, The Count of Monte Cristo, fantastic movie of a classic book. 8. I can't even. 8. Worst classic to movie adaptation. Okay, so for this I'm going to mention another book that I've already mentioned, which is Beowulf. And if any of you have ever studied Beowulf or read Beowulf, then you'll know how atrocious and just how hilariously awful the Beowulf film is. So yeah, we'll have to go with that because it is a shocker. Number 9. Favourite editions you would like to collect more classics from. Okay, so we all know that we all love Penguin, okay? That's no secret. This is no shock when I say that I would love more editions. I have a few more of these, but these are the only ones I don't have in storage, of the English Library editions. These ones I have are Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Two on a Tower by Thomas Hardy, and Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift. There are loads more. Have a couple more, but they're just really hard to get to, so I'm not going to. But yes, I'd really love more of the English Library selection. I also have a few from the Penguin 80 selection. I'd really love to get all of these. I just think they're really clever, really cheap, really nice, just books, and I love Penguin so much. Number 10 is an underhyped classic you'd recommend to everyone. Yeah, can't find my edition at the moment, but a classic that I would really recommend to anyone is The End of the Affair by Graham Greene. I think it's just beautiful. It's mentioned in my favourite books, but it is amazing and you should totally read it. And he's more known for Brighton Rock, but The End of the Affair is wonderful. There's also a really good film of it with Ralph Fiennes, and I would really recommend you read or watch the film, or read the book, or do whatever. But yeah, those are all the questions. Hope you liked it. Sorry if it was weird. Yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Bye!